What is up? Your girl is back with another video, another message where God is saying there is so many different seasons of your life that is happening. And I mean, really, like you just want to make sure that you're still doing what God called you to do. I heard the Lord say that there are certain options that you have in order for you to go forth to receive every blessing that was promised, but you got to show up at an altitude and a speed that the earthly things will not be in the way of it. So much so that you are able to go into the grace of completion. The Lord said He is giving a grace to completion. So you have been needing things to be done. You have been needing things to, my God, come into full fruition for your life. And God is like, if you recognize who I am, you'll get to that position. You'll get to the spot that you need to be in exactly in order for it to become, my God, the breakthrough that you haven't ever seen. If you just trust Him. And I'm telling y'all, I know that it's in y'all to be able to do it because what God has put in you. When you incline and you just look at Him and look towards Him to aspire, trust your spirit. Your spirit knows certain things, child. God told me earlier, your DNA has a wiring to know certain things. And so when you are trying to figure out, like I rebuke stagnation if it's time to go from a place or if it's time to move, even if you just may feel the peace of it all, you will still be questioning that thing because you have already reconciled with the fact that your job has been finished. And so in the same standpoint that it takes you to acquire the things that is needing to be acquired, to complete the task that is on your life, that has been giving you a gift from heaven with your name on it, you're going to have to take the same understanding to realize or reconcile it with Abba that is what's yours. That's why everything else that you try to do may come easy. But the very thing that God has for you that is on your purpose and your birthright, I heard on Restored, it's attached to so many bigger blessings, so many souls that you're supposed to go forth and, my God, produce another fruit towards their fruit and their spirit of birthing. So when you trust Him and you step out on faith, even when it looks like it's shaky, even when it looks like it's scary, even when it looks like you're maybe even trying to be muzzled, quiet, with your mouth shut. See, there are seasons where we know that it's like a Zechariah moment where God had to shut up Zechariah's mouth in order for, him to produce the fruit that God had blessed him with. But see, then there's other seasons where you're just going to have to go for it anyway and just say, you know what? Let's figure this out. Because I know that if Abba has closed my mouth, baby, I won't be able to speak. So let me try to mumble some words. Let me try to type on some certain things. Let me go ahead and try to write down the situation. Let me try to keep trying to figure it out. Why, if I can do it or not here or wherever you may be. But see, when you're in the right moment, in the right hour of where God has ordained it to become into full fruition, there's an automatic flow that is birthed towards, my God, your birth, restore your promise, your blessing. So much so that it has to respond to what God has orchestrated, because heaven is backing you up. But don't give up, child of God. Don't think that you did something wrong. Rebuke and cancel and denounce every manipulative tactic, every voodoo or witchery. Cast it down into the bottomless pit where the door is still shut. Because I know that 2025, if all of this stuff has happened for your life and the increase and just you taking the time to invest into yourself, reading your word, calling out to God, hearing what He's told you to do, obeying every single command. Okay, and when you didn't get every single detail right because of your flesh, baby, His grace was enough for you. That's what it's going to take in order for you to realize that you are loved and that anything that God has given you, baby, it will never come back void because his word is on it. So much so that you have to go into the standpoint of purpose by prosper. It is not associated with guiltiness. It's not associated with lack. It's not associated with things that is of idolatry. It's not associated with things that creates a stigma that the world has placed on you to, my God, try to bar you to enslavement. It's not associated with anything that causes dis-ease. It's not associated with those things. I noticed a lot of the times we have to try to gear towards who we truly have been purposed and named in heaven to be in order to break free from the barriers that the world has placed on us as a systematic tool to say that we are less than. All that is doing is trying to gear us to bow down to certain objects or to certain statues that has been created by, my God, a system that does not move, speak, walk, or talk. And so I was like reminiscing on days where I seen certain time frames of other people, or just even like I wasn't all together either, but at this time I was remembering there was a person who would have warfare, and I watched them give up on something that I was like, hold on, you almost real close to the objective, and you got the message, and you was literally about to get the accomplishment. You're literally about to win if you just go ahead and submit this. But then something came up where it started to make them frustrated. And then I watched them throw their hands up with the situation that they had been desiring for the breakthrough. I just perceived the Lord is saying, if you feel like that thing is tugging on you from a standpoint that you need a new direction, that is giving you ease, you need to route towards the healer. You need to go to Jehovah Rapha. You need to call out to Jesus. You need to allow him to order your steps. You need to trust in him, and you need to keep moving by the faith and not by the sight of every single matter, no matter what everybody negative have to say about your story or the story that is connected to everything that God has placed you to have. If you only got one route to get towards a solution, to pass a situation, would you focus on all the other things that can stop you, or would you take the one route to gear towards the correct way in order to lead you out? And take it positively, not negatively. There are so many obstacles that can come at us at a speed that is negative. But baby, if we read through the dotted line and it only got one sentence that say you can make it if you try to do this and this becomes complete, you would rather take that one to become complete. But with Yeshua HaMashiach being the actual ultimate solution to everybody's, my God, story once they believe in him, we truly understand that there is a certain grace that whatever comes up that my God tries to frustrate us will back up away from us, so much so that we're able to gear towards the direction necessary and get the thing done a lot more smoother and respond to life at a better speed. Hear me now. Then that is fleshly or carnally or without hope. Because hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a longing fulfilled is a tree of life. If you put all of your, what they say, don't put all of your eggs in one basket. But baby, if you put all of your eggs, or even if you put one in Jesus' basket, that's enough. My God, even just a mustard seed is enough. So 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9 says, my grace is sufficient for you. I came to tell you that the Lord is giving a grace to completion. You just have to believe, because some of us, my God, it's not even having a fair fight. But you're desiring to finish no matter what's going on around you. And because of that, God is saying, I declared it so. He says, you are a seed of Abraham. Be the light that he called you to be from heaven. Don't label yourself by worldly labels. I'm talking about even rooted down from the school system, child. They were never yours. I love you. Be well, be blessed, stay motivated, and stay positive. This is a new season that you're entering. This is a brand new horizon. God has literally opened up the dimension, the portal of heaven, like he did with Samuel, as Samuel said yes to his purpose. Be well. Bye. Remember, he is what? Holy. He got what? Mercy. Hear me now.